Jordan, you didn't have your best games against Clemson and Georgia Tech, but what's working for you now that wasn't necessarily working for you then?
Just getting back to myself. It was just a tough week. It was just a tough week. A lot was going on.
I think I can answer it.
Yeah, you go.
I think it's just a game of basketball. Like, it's gonna be nights where it's just not your night, and you just got to come back, put the work in, and be ready for the next game. And that's just what he did. Like, can't look at the past, just worry about the future.
How about today in particular? What was working out there? You kind of attacked the glass, it seemed like.
Yeah, that's something that Mac preaches all the time with everybody. So, I just did what was asked of me. Attacked the glass, was able to get a few easy ones because of it, and just helped our team out.
Coach Mack said recently, a couple of weeks ago, that you kind of get a lot of criticism no matter what you do. If you score, people say you don't do enough other things. If you do something else, they say you're not scoring enough. Are you aware of that kind of thing? Does it get to you a little bit, or what do you think?
Yeah, that's something that's happened a lot of time. A lot of people like to say a lot of things. If I have a good game, I play bad, same thing they like to do the same thing with, Coach Mack sometimes, same thing with some of my other teammates. But, if that's the case, there's a lot of other teams you could cheer for, you know what I'm saying? So, you could say a lot of other teams you could cheer for. I know we got a lot of good fans out there, too, that are with us, even when we lose 2 games. So, we're just worried about the next game. Don't really care what, the outside people are saying. If they're not with us, they're not with us. So, just got to keep moving forward.
For both you guys, really wasn't any big run there in the first half, but you ended, I think, making 7 of your last 9 shots. What was it? What was working for you guys there in the final minutes?
I say just sharing the ball, looking for your teammate, not trying to create for yourself, and just being there for each other. I think we also maybe got a few putbacks and attacked the glass in those last few minutes, so it was just about being with each other, playing together.
Yeah. Coach Williams was very complimentary of your team and said you guys could win the whole blessed thing. What do you think when you hear that?
Thinks, why not go do it? Like, that's a great coach historically, and for him to say something like that, like, you got to instill it within you. Like, somebody like that sees it as we can win it all, and then we got to believe it ourselves.
Again, for both of you, going back to Florida State, I guess you feel you're in a lot better shape than you were played them the first time, and kind of comment on what happened then and going back and playing them now.
Florida State is just a team. They're all really big, really long, and really athletic. I think that caught us a little more off guard than it should have. Kind of affected the game, but I think we're going to be a lot more ready for that. We know what to expect. We know how they're going to pressure, use their length on us. We know Coach Mack's going to have a great game plan for us. So I feel pretty confident going into the game on Monday.
For Malik, back here, you knew that Stephen wasn't going to be able to go much tonight. This is the first time you played 30 minutes in a game. Is this a workload that you're comfortable with? Did you feel like you had to carry a bigger load today? And almost another double-double. What are your thoughts?
Just being there for my team. Like, whether I'm going to play 10, 15, or 30 minutes, like you said, just going out there and giving my all while I'm out there and just trying to put my teammates in a position to win and keep myself in a position to do good things while I'm out there, whether it's crashing the glass, helping my teammate on defense, front of the post, just doing all the little things. I don't think the workload really gets affected. I just got to make sure that I keep my wind up and be ready to play for how many ever minutes I need to play.
As a follow-up, yesterday, David Johnson referred to you as the alpha for this team. I assume he meant alpha dog. What are your thoughts on that? And when Coach Mack was in here, he talked about you during his recruiting. You at Xavier, you were mumbling, your eyes were half open. He was not wildly enthusiastic. What changed? Why are you so vocal now?
I think just growing, maturing. I learned a lot more about the game, and that's really helped me develop as well. So that was a big part of it. And then thinking back to that recruiting visit, I actually was tired. I had did two visits that day. I went Xavier and Cincinnati, just knocked them both out. But yeah, it was just growing and maturing. And David saying something like that about me yesterday, I mean, it means a lot because that's something that I wanted to make sure that I could be there for the younger guys from day one when they got here. So for them to look at me like that, it feels great.
Jordan, for you, what's it meant to this lineup to have Malik and David Johnson put in the starting lineup?
It's really good for us. Malik's a really great energy guy for us, and he really helps us starting off the game. And obviously, David's been playing really well, so it's been working in our favor. I'm sure whatever lineup Matt goes with is gonna be great. But for sure, those two guys have been helping us start games the right way these past few games. So.
In that same vein, when you're able to start a game better as opposed to the last few games when it was kind of rough and you'd go into the first time out, not having played as well as you used to, did you notice in the first time out today that, the spirits were higher, the confidence were higher because you maybe didn't have as many mistakes?
I mean, to be honest, we all felt like we needed to do better. Like, we felt like we needed to have more energy and just do more of the little things throughout the first war. So, I mean, it's more so on the defense end always. Like, you can't come out and let a team get comfortable with hitting shots and getting easy looks. And that's where it gets started. That's when their confidence builds and momentum swings and all that. So it's really on the defensive end to start games.
Take two more, one in the back and then front.
Jordan, how have you seen Malik grow up, I guess, over the years? Do you see a difference in him today than when, a couple years ago when you came in?
Yeah, I definitely see a change in him, especially when it comes to leading our team. There's been a few times where I've butt heads with him too, just because I kind of came in here with him, same age, same grade. So, but he's been really good at leading us, leading me. He's been a great captain, and I feel like he's just grown up a lot in that area. Just kind of being able to help everybody out, bringing great energy every day, and just leading us. So, yeah.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome, bro.
You mentioned that whatever lineup Coach Mack starts to be great. What was the impact on you when he didn't start you against Clemson? What was your reaction, your thoughts? I mean, did you feel like you deserved it, didn't deserve it? What?
Man.
Next play.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's obvious last week for me was probably one of the worst weeks, playing-wise for me while I've been here. I didn't feel great. Obviously, I wanted to start. Nobody wants to be pulled out of the lineup. But I had a feeling it was going to happen after the Georgia Tech game. I didn't do my job. I didn't help my team win, and because of that, we lost. And then, to count again, same thing happened in Clemson. The Clemson game, I think I let it affect me a little too much, kind of just in my head. And again, we lost again. I held myself to a high standard. Obviously I didn't want to bring my team down, but ever since then, I think I've done a pretty good job having energy. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty good job having energy and just regardless of any situation, just being positive and just looking forward. So.
You always need Malik's approval about everything.
Nah, yeah.
Thanks, guys.